and most people should actually be outside shopping or probably having your dinner, but you choose to be here. Really appreciate all of you, your time. So I really hope that I can actually do my very best to share with you about this particular topic called is there a chance to really time the market? Because everybody is asking me whether can we really time the market. Of course, we cannot really 100% time the market, but definitely there's certain things that we can look out for, which is certain information which I'm going to share with you in a very short while, because you will probably get to see all the different numbers. At the end of the day, why are we here today? We are here today because we want to find out, is it really an opportunity for us in terms of our investment or in terms of buying a property for one stay or whatever reason here and there. So that's the reason why today we are talking about time. Can we really time the market? If it yes, so how do we look at it, right? So now, of course, before I start off, I just a disclaimer for myself, right? Whatever I'm sharing with you is based on my own research. For all the kind of investment that you're looking at, is definitely there's a certain minimum risk that you're talking about here. So that's why you need to do all the due diligence checks here and there. But of course, one thing good about Singapore here is that our informations are generally all very transparent. All this information is all through my URA system. So that's the reason why you shouldn't be too afraid of. That's how it works. All right. So of course, just to start off by saying that we were quite surprised that our August sales was really fantastic, and the numbers seems to be even better than the so-called July. Why is it so that in today's market numbers seems to be going? You look at the July number, right? July number seems to be 1080, right? So surprisingly, because why? We should be expecting it in such a way that let me turn to 4G, maybe better. Yeah, we are expecting the numbers should be not as high because of the current COVID situation. But we were surprised to see that the number of units sold went up higher. All right, so why is it so? Of course, I think a lot of people are also questioning. People are also thinking through, why is it like that? It should not be in this kind of manner because of the COVID situation. Most likely, people should be looking at the numbers should be what? Lower. But surprisingly, the numbers goes up. What is the reason behind all these things? And if you look at it, right, all in all, if you're looking at January to August, the numbers has already hit 6198, right, which is already more than what? During the Lehman crisis, the SARS periods. This is all about the new launch transaction per year basis. What do I mean by 10 years? What do I mean by 20 years over here? That means in a 20 years time frame, average per year number of new launches to be sold, right, is about 10,000 units. If we talk about 10 years, average is about 12,000. So we are guessing that based on the numbers that we are looking and expecting the number of sales, because every week we are seeing about close to 200 units sold for new launches. So we are expecting that this year we should cross 8,500 to even maybe 9,000 and above, if everything went smooth, because there will be some upcoming launches that's coming up. So we definitely see that the numbers may be picking up in a very short while. But surprisingly, really very surprising here is because by right, in today's market, really people are not comfortable. Why people are choosing to take action? Of course, I must say one thing here is that today, people buy properties are a little bit more different because generally the younger couple, the younger group of people, they are more educated, they understand the market. Of course, they also know that in today's market, if I don't have a strong income, if I'm not comfortable, I don't even think about doing it. Second, of course, why the number of transactions actually went up? Because this year, we also have about 30,000 of people that is going to be upgraded, not say upgraded, they have already reached their MOP. That means EC, executive condo, HDB as well, they are reaching their MOP as well. So that's the reason why the number of sales has also gone up. Of course, third, education. Because a lot of time here is that we tend to see a lot of numbers of units based on all the figures that is transacted. So generally, people are actually learning and realize one thing. Doesn't seem that the prices are coming down in today's market. So that's the reason why people tend to what? Take action. Because why? They also worried. What if the market really turn around and eventually they don't have a chance to buy? of course, the next thing here is that they're also thinking through here is that I'm not looking at a short-term time frame, because why? Today there is something called SSD, seller stamp duty. And even today I buy something, can I sell it away? I can't. I can only sell it when? I can only sell it after when? After third year. If not, I will get my taxation. So that's why if you look at it carefully here, the reason why people are looking at it is because they are looking at a long-term basis, not in terms of short-term basis. And that's the reason why you can see that the volume of the sales has slowly picked up from this angle. And of course, everybody today want to buy a properties, they subjected to total TDSR, total debt servicing ratio. So that's why they know that whether they are capable of buying or not capable of buying. So everything becomes so stringent. And as a result, we do not see people not taking action in that sense. That's how I look at the whole thing over here. All right. So of course, if you look at the overall compared to last year and this year, the number of sales that is differences is only -4%, which if you look at the numbers here and this, right, actually it's not a lot of differences. I think we will be doing a very fast catch up in a very short manner, and I think that will happen in probably another one more this month. You will probably see it, the numbers has already will surpass. So that's why I'm thinking that the numbers seems to be doing well. So that's the reason why people, if you are looking at properties, maybe you should start to see whether is it worthwhile or not. Of course, people are also smart today, because they also know that in today's market, when this kind of situation, sellers do not dare to sell high price. Developers are also dare not increase their price. So that's the reason why people are actually going in to buy a property, because of that kind of mindset they have in place. So that's the reason why I think very clear cut here is that people are looking at what? Opportunities from here. Now, can I ask everyone, I'm actually going to start my topic very soon, because just now was just to give you an update in terms of the numbers, how the market works, right? But today, I just want to ask every one of you, before we get into the so-called momentum of all the things I'm going to share with you, right, today. So let me just ask everybody a question here, right? In your opinion, which is more important in buying a property today? Is it based on quantum or is it based on PSF? So what you can do here is to type in the answer over here. You will receive a polling link. You can actually see a polling in front of you, your screen. You can actually click on yes, quantum, PSF, or not sure. It's up to you. Actually, you can actually click into your polling, right? I believe you guys should be able to see this question here. So why is it important to answer this question? Later, I will explain to you why this particular session. Of course, why am I doing this? Also what? To get everybody ready, right? We are going to start in a very short while, so don't just relax here. Of course, this is a Friday night. You should get a cup of wine or a wine glass to put in some wines to drink. I only can drink water, right? So that's what I'm doing now. So good. Now let me show you the results. What is the results? Wow. What is more important? Quantum. Well, I'm quite happy. I mean, I'm looking at the numbers. I expect that people are looking at per square foot. But today people are talking about, the majority of the people says that it's quantum. More than 50% are looking at quantum per se, right? So why is it so? But that is the true answer, you know. That is what I'm trying to say here, is that you can see that this become the most critical condition of buying a property. If you ask me, in the past, everybody don't talk about quantum. Everybody talk about per square foot, because they look at PSF more important than quantum. Because they look at PSF, they will know whether is it worth to buy. But today, most of the customer has changed their mindset, that they're looking at what? Absolute quantum. Whether can I afford? Whether can I do what? Why is it so? Why the behavior has changed? Why the consumer has also changed? All mainly because of the what? The measures in place. That's why last time people talk about capital appreciation, we look at PSF. So now what is more important? Let's see. But before we can understand all these things, we look at this table. I'm going to use a lot of this table, but don't bother about all these small little boxes and there, because all these are what? All these are the different cooling measure in different part of the years, where the government will relax the cooling, tighten the cooling. So this is what they do. So, but what is the most so-called the harsh measure, which is actually the total debt servicing ratio. This TDSR, what is it all about? This is something that is the killer in today's market. Because why? Because of TDSR, it can actually jeopardize in terms of our loans. So that's why TDSR is also another point that actually, if you don't have such kind of salary, you don't bother to take this kind of loan. Of course, the good news here is that it creates a very stability in the market. And that is also a reason why today you can see that why the market are not crashing like what you used to be in 2008. Because in 2008, right, market was crashed, right? Everybody just anyhow throw property. Because why? That time you can take loan is so easily. You just show $200,000 to the bank will grant you a loan. So it becomes so easy. I can even become a guarantor to my parents to buy a property. And today, nothing can be done. So why? Because they inputted this called total debt servicing ratio. What it's all about? Let me explain a little bit, just in case for people don't understand. Because why? I mean, most of the people here should most likely understand. But it's good for you to understand the differences and how it impacts your property prices, impact your purchase as well, and that is a different. What do I mean by that, right? If today your income is $10,000, that means if based on MSR, you can only take $3,000 of your income to qualify for a loan amount. Let's say, for example, your $3,000 qualify you for $300,000 loan. For TDSR, they based on 60%, which means $6,000, which means that you will double, it becomes $600,000 loan. And MSR is affected by who? Executive condo, when you first time buy an EC, you are subjected to MSR. HDB buyers, MSR. So that is the reason why the HDB prices generally become much more stagnant after the 2013. Why? The reason because of this MSR came into the picture, they jeopardized the prices from moving upward. What do I mean by that? You see, when a property, why is it difficult to go up for HDB? The reason why it is not possible to go up that fast is because why? There is a loan being controlled. That means if you cannot borrow so much loan, how can you sell me a higher price? I can't. Because I cannot get the loan that I can buy a property because the bank only gave me $3,000 based on my $3,000 to work out the loan amount. So which means that you cannot borrow so much. That means the price cannot go up so much. That is the reason why the government is doing this, to prevent the HDB prices from what? Going upwards. But for private property, they know that generally most people who can afford, then they will go into private. And that's the reason why they use TDSR, to have a certain control. But they do allow the customers out there to actually borrow more because their income is stronger. So that's the reason why you can see that private property prices still can go up. But HDB prices are somehow or rather, you will become what? Stagnant after a number of years. Why is it so? It's very simple. It's because of this particular MSR is the killer. All right. So how does it affect HDB owners out there? That means your HDB prices, right, will generally become much more stagnant compared to the past. Because very simple, the government logic is very simple. They want to ensure that everybody must have a roof to stay over. That is their first priority. That's why they cannot afford to allow the property prices to go up. For the low income family, they give them maximum up to $160,000 of grant given to them to buy a property. So, which is a lot, right? So, I mean, no world in the, I believe many countries, no government will take $160,000 for you to buy a property in the resale market. This is Singapore will do that. But that is what they want, to make sure that the HDB prices, right, cannot go up too high so that everybody has a roof to stay. And that is the reason why HDB is somehow affected in terms of their price movement. So for those people who are on the HDB properties, you have to start thinking, is my HDB moving as fast? That is something that you need to know, because a lot of people are thinking that, oh, my HDB will continue to go up very long. I can only tell you one thing, that it is very tough because of this MSR. And I can tell you, the government, whatever they do, if you expected the government to tweak their cooling measure, right, these two things you don't need to expect. Because these two things is the very, to safeguard speculation, to make sure that there's no speculation in the market. And that's the reason why I'm very sure that this particular two things, right, will definitely stay for long. So no need expectation. And that's the reason why today you do not see the private property. There's so many speculators out there in the market. Because why? First and foremost, you must have enough income in order to borrow so much loan. If you don't have it, sorry, you cannot buy my property. Sorry, you cannot even do anything. So that is the main reason. But I think it's a good thing because why? As a property owners, yourself, myself, we want to have what kind of property? We want to have a stability in the market. We want the property to slowly grow up, but not in a very sharp upturn, then followed by a dropping knife, which I don't think that is what we are looking at. So that is a crucial thing for you to take note of. So what's the future? Actually, the future, we are all looking at what? The keyword is called affordability. The word is called affordability. Why? Because of TDSR. And that is really very important. Why? That's the reason why you can see just now when I'm doing the polling session, right? We can see very clearly that majority now look at what? Quantum instead of per square foot. Why? Very simple. You can give me a very high quantum, but the low PSF also no use because I cannot take the loan to buy such a huge property. So that is the reason why low PSF also doesn't make sense to me because why? I cannot borrow such a huge loan. So that is how it works. So that's why affordability become one of the key issue for people to buy property. And why is it so? Later on towards my end, right? At the end of my segment here, you will start to even understand clearly what do I mean by affordability in a very clear understanding. Now, let me just do an illustration for you to see. Today, if you are 35 years old, right? 35 years old and have an income of $10,000, you can get a maximum loan of $1.3 million to buy a private property. Do you know that how much do you need to have for your income in order to borrow $2 million loan? Do you know how much? It's 15,000. Well, it seems like 15,000 is not a lot in terms of between 10,000 and 15,000, right? But let me tell you, let me ask you the next question. What is your annual income growth? Let me do another poll, all right, to ask everybody a question. What is your annual income growth every year now? Please answer me this question because it is very, very important. Why? Because when you answer this, you will realize very, very important thing into your brain later on. You will start to realize that, wow, actually my income growth may be so much lower, right? But not to worry. Later on, I will explain to you very clearly how these things works and why do you need to know this because it really, really, really affect us a lot. Right, in today's market. And definitely, right, you must really understand this. That is the crucial part. Good. Right, let me end the results here. Let me show everybody. Well, you see the numbers is what? Majority is actually 5% and below. Which is the very true thing, right? So why do I want to go through this exercise with everybody? You see, if based on the income wise, if you look at this, the average, I did a research for 17 years, our annual income growth average is only about 2.5%, which is exactly what just now the poll was telling us is between 3% to 5%. So what am I trying to tell everybody here? Let me show you. Looks at property prices growth for all these years. From $498 per square foot. If let's say you buy a property in 2002, right? From here all the way to here, right? How much do you have? You see from here 498, right, to this amount, right? 1274. You look at it, if you minus away, I easily have $600 per square foot differences. And not necessarily 800, sorry. $800 per square foot differences. If I multiply by 1,000 square feet unit, I actually about 800,000 in terms of my profit margin. In terms of my profit margin. So why am I telling you this just now about this particular thing here? Why? You see, if your income now is $10,000, in order to reach $15,000, that means your every year income growth must be how many percent? 5%, you know. Because why? $500 multiplied by 10 years in order to reach 15,000. My friend, 10 years to reach 15,000, is it very fast or very easy? Unless you change job, then you probably get a pay increase in the sense because of a change of a job in a sense, right? But generally, what am I trying to tell everybody? I'm just trying to tell everybody one thing. We work so hard, right? We work so hard day and night and day and night, and we are working so hard, right? Are we growing our wealth by working hard? That is the main problem that we see. We see that people, you look at Clemency Canopy, right? Someone who bought a property in 2017, in August 2020, just purely 3 years time frame, they make a profit of 300,000. Compared to someone who is working so hard day and night, just to increase 1 month $500 a year, you will take how long to reach this number? It is the true fact of real life. That's the reason why I want to share this is because very simple. First, when the income growth is not as fast as the property price growth, you must start to think one thing. Should I let my income help me to own a property that can help me to make money just like all these people who are here? Or I just probably just keep on working hard until the age of 60, and hopefully at the age 60, I can be better off at that point of time. That is what I'm trying to tell you here. So it is definitely very, very difficult. If you look at another example, North Park Residences, 2017, 2020, they make how much? 178. 3 years. 2015, 2020, how much? 300,000. 5 years. So if you realize one thing, Bessie, I saw your chat, right? I think you must on your volume because the rest of the people should be able to hear what I'm talking now, right? Thank you. So that's why I'm trying to tell you here is that it is a very clear reflection to tell everybody. We work so hard, right? It's very, very difficult to grow our wealth. That is the reason why I'm also telling you on the other fact, why is affordability becomes such an important factor. Why? Because the affordability tells you one thing. My income growth is so slow in order to reach 2 million. That means if I'm going to buy a property, I must be really in my toe of my mind that I must buy something that most people can afford to buy so that next time I can easily sell. If not, eventually what will happen? I buy a property, next time I cannot sell to anybody, then I will be in trouble. Because why? The income growth is so slow compared to our property prices. And that is the reason why you can see that. What's the difference between TDSR and MSR? TDSR, the property prices still can go because the loan is higher. But MSR, you will not see this happening. Because if those people have attended my webinar before, you start to see the HDB prices is not growing as fast or probably not even growing and some even losing money. And that's what happened. Right? So that is the reason why I'm sharing all these things. You look at another development, Panorama, 2015, 2019, 4 years. 4 years to make $500,000. Is it a very, very good numbers? My goodness, we work until cow come home also never. Why I can share with you, my friend? Because I'm also an Air Force regular in the past. I work for others as well. I know how much I'm earning every month. I also know how much every month my annual growth in terms of my rank goes up in terms of my income. I also know. I know all these things because why? I have been through and I realize the pain. And that's the reason why I tell myself, that's why I tell myself I choose to do real estate because why? I know I work hard, I may see better return in my future. At least I really don't need to depend on others, because why? Our job is what? We work for ourselves, right? But of course, very disciplined now, right? There's also a lot of people who fail as well. So what am I trying to say here is that our income growth is slow. If we do not let our property help us, then we are not growing. Why I want to tell everybody this is because I want you to realize one thing. How long do I want to work hard? The only person that will get richer is you work for your employer, that you always help them to become richer. But what about yourself? What about yourself? That's why when you earn enough, you must know how to use your income to help you to earn money, my friend. Don't let your money just be like that. Of course, I'm not asking everybody to speculate, no. That's the reason why our government is so good, because why? There is a TDSR. You know how much you can borrow, you know what is called safe and what is not safe. And that's the reason why my PropNex agents here who invited you can do a what? A RAM analysis, RAM. This RAM analysis, right, will be able to help you to work out what is so-called safe and not safe. And everything is all calculated risk. So this is something that you should actually engage our agents to find out all these numbers so that you know whether yes or no. But my primary objective, only have one objective here, is to show you one thing. Our income is slower growth than property. So you need to know exactly how to use all these things to help you to become better off and not just work hard for money. And that is my really wanted to share with you, not because I want you to buy property, no, because a lot of people I've been talking to, we are all working very hard day and night for the purpose, for our loved ones, for our family, for our children. And that's the reason why I want to tell you here is that what? You must also learn how to use your money to work hard for you, how to use your income to work hard for you. I have known people who actually declare an income of every year to IRAS for $500,000 income, but they choose not to do anything because they do not know how to do anything. That is what happened. Because they only busy working hard, but they forgot to use their money to help them to work hard. My friend, we need to change the way we do things. We need to change our mind. If not, forever we are just working hard for people. It's time that you should be like them to make that kind of money. Because why? My friend, everyone deserves an opportunity to be there. Everybody, including myself. I started with my first private property is only 550,000. But this 550,000 actually changed my life. Because why? It gave me a good head start for buying my first property. After my first property is always very scary lah. Because why? We scared to lose all our hard-earned money, right? Because we don't have knowledge ma. But today the good news is what? A lot of things here are being shared openly to people. So you get to see information because you are more careful in a sense. So that is the reason why I'm saying that in today's market, right, there is only something called, right, although this COVID situation is something that is scary, but it also gives you an opportunity to be more careful than anything else. So that you at least be more sure, right? I will be more calculative to carefully calculate whether am I okay, am I able to, am I comfortable to. When the market was very good, I tell you, people don't even bother to calculate. And that is where mistake will start to come. That is where people forgotten about what? Planning. That's the reason why I really urge every one of you here, before you do anything, remember to plan carefully what is the right thing to do. Right? Please do not speculate. That is the main thing. Look at Coco Palm, same thing. You see, 2014. So if you look at it, average one person is about 4 years, they make a certain sum of money. Hey, can you imagine every 4 years you make 300,000 by using your income to help you, by using your working hard, your salary to help you to make money? Isn't it fantastic? Isn't it something that you should be looking for? This is the only thing I'm trying to let everybody understand the whole thing. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about what is timing. So can we really time the market? Is there a chance for me to time the market? Is it the right time now? Let me show you. Again, I'm showing you this particular chart again. Now, you see here, this chart actually shows how the prices work, right? This is the chart. This is down, this is up, this is down, right? So this is how the chart works, right? So now I'm going to show you one development. Around in 2012, this development was launched. During when? This developer launched this product at Sky Habitat. If you are familiar, this is a Bishan area. All right, their break-even price is about 1,003 plus per square foot. 1,003 plus per square foot. But because they launched it during the peak time, 2012, they launched at 1,005 to even 1,008, 1,006, 1,007 per square foot also have done. That is the kind of prices they launched, right? Because the market was on the upturn. But if you look at it, Sky Habitat in 2015, that was the downturn. You see their price become what? 1,003, 1,004. But why is it the developer can sell at this price? Why? If you see carefully, because their break even is 1,003. How developer make money? Later on, I will explain to you. Later on, during my segment, I will explain to you how developer make money, right? Please stay tuned with me, right? How developer make money. So basically, you see here they sell expensive. Here they lower down their prices. But actually, they are still selling at this price, right? Look at this. 2015, right? Look at it. It start to drop. So this is the time that the Sky Habitat actually dropped in terms of their prices, which is here, 2015, right? Because 2015, right? You see 2015, you see the price, is it drop, right? So that is why eventually, right, the price came down. So next, another development was launched when? Skyview. Let me show you Skyview. Skyview was launched in 2013. Which is after the TDSR cooling measure. It launched in the downturn. You see, their break even also 1,003, you know, Skyview. But you see, when they launched what price? 2013, they launched 1,001, 1,002 per square foot. Right? In 2016, they launched to this price. So if the owner during the downturn who bought the property in 2013, today are they making money? That's why a lot of people talks about timing, right? So let's look at all these charts. You will understand what I'm trying to drive you to. So if you can understand very clearly here, right? This is what I'm trying to show you now, right? This particular chart, let me just run through again. If I'm showing you, Skyview was launched when? 2013. This was launched when? 2012. You see 2012, which is here, which is this part. This was launched when? This was launched 2013 here. So that's why you see the timing is what? Down. Now the market is up or down? Now the market is up or down? Basically, we all very clear, right? When it comes to this kind of situation, it should be a downturn or upturn, right? You should know the answer. So if you look carefully, this is what happened. Same thing for me. When I bought this investment, Martin Modern, at 2050, this is a 99 years leasehold in River Valley, 2050. I bought it during when? 2017, which is at the downturn. So I always like to catch timing, right? I catch it when the market start to rebound back. And that is where I bought at 2050 per square foot in 2017. Look at what happened. 2018 was the peak. 2018 was the peak. You see how much they are sold? 2005, $3,000, 2007, $3,000, 2006, 2004, 3,000. You see what is their price sold? So if I buy at $2,000 per square foot, right, during my downturn, do I stand to benefit? That's what I'm trying to tell you here, right? And if you look at today, the latest 25, 27, 26, Because why? They will not go back to the $2,000 one, because their break even is about $2,000, $1,900 per square foot. And they already sold 80 to 90% already. So today their prices average must be 2,500 and above. So they already make their money from here. So that is how the developer also have a chance to make money. So that's why if you really want to buy something, the timing that you're talking about here, right, is also rather very crucial. Why? Because the timing we are talking about here is what? The downfall. Now the market here is, if you know very well that if you are the developer, I ask you a question. If you yourself a developer, in today's climate, do you dare to raise price? Do you dare to sell at an expensive price? Word ma. Just like Sky Habitat, they were launched when the market was very good in 2012. As a result, they can sell at a higher price. But because of the market came down, they lowered down their prices. But they lowered down their prices, actually they did not lose money, because why? Their break even is 1,003 plus. They actually already make. So in that case, did they lose? No. That's why you look at Skyview just now. During the downturn they launched at 1,000, 1,002. But Skyview today, they sold at what price? 1,007. So those people who bought in the downturn, what happened? They make money. And that clearly explained to you just now why people actually choose to take action in today's market. If you look at the July, August, June transaction for the new launches, people are rushing in to buy. Why? Because they are seeing it in such a way that opportunity is during the downturn. Of course, I'm not asking you to do it anything. You still need to do more research. But what I'm trying to tell you guys here is that, right, when people are uncomfortable, people rather choose to look at opportunity. That's what people are looking at. So if you can see very clearly, those just now I show you some people make money, those charts, right? They all buy in during what time? The so-called 2015 market was actually on the downside. So that is how you should be looking at it. So at the end of the day, it's all about market condition. But I can tell you, many 80% of the people out there like to buy property when everybody start to queue up and buy. That is the true fact. But people who are smart, they dare to buy property when nobody dare to buy. That is the norm. Why? Because they feel comfortable. But when they feel comfortable, do you realize one thing? The price also start to go upwards. Developer will be the very smart person. If the market is doing well, will they want to lower down the price to sell? They will probably launch even higher for you to sell. And that is what happened, right? So if you can understand this aspect, you will start to see one thing, timing, right? Timing. So this is a very simple illustration, right? This is what you should be doing, right? People fear, they sell. Greed, they start to buy because they see people rushing in to buy. But this is the time what you should do. If you look at it carefully, right? Should you buy during when people are rushing to buy? Or should you sell when people are rushing in to buy? That is what you need to see. So this cycle, a lot of people during this period of time, right? A lot of people have a lot of fear one. They're not. But this is the time where a lot of people feel a lot of very greedy one. So this whole cycles actually will repeat one in property. But the most important, you ask yourself this question. Every time there's a low, there is also another up. So you must know how to catch the timing, right? That's why we learn from him. Be fearful when others are greedy. And be greedy what? When others are fearful. I mean, this is how the rich become richer in today's market context. But of course, please do not speculate. I can only tell you just now what I'm showing you here is because I only have one objective in my mind. My objective is very clear to tell you that our income really don't grow as fast. As long as you have done your numbers, your analysis, your safety net, which my agents can use this system called RAM to assist you in terms of doing all this analysis. Then you will know whether am I safe or not safe to do anything. So why do I go through all these things with you? It's because of one thing. when do you want to retire? At this age, whatever age you are, you have to ask yourself this question when you are age 62. How much do you want to retire? If you realize one thing, our parents, they always tell us, 30 years ago, our parents tell us, son, buy a property, just work hard, fully pay the HDB until the age 60. You look at some of our parents here, right? They work so hard. They bought their HDB 30 years ago for $50,000, which is very cheap for a 3-room flat. But today, this 3-room flat is worth how much? That time, when they are 30 years ago, they bought their property, maybe 30,000 for the HDB 3-room flat. Today, this HDB 3-room flat is worth 350,000. Son, you work hard, fully pay up your HDB, so when you retire, you will be happy. And this is what happened here. And I want to tell you, with this amount of money, 350,000, how to retire. That's why we see some of the old folks, right? They are working outside, even at the age 60s. Sometimes we see it's really hard pain. But no choice, right? But the question here is, right, what is your, why am I telling you this? Because why? This is what I meant by inflation. Today, 350,000, what can we do with this money? Even though it's fully paid, so what? You have a house already fully paid. But you still got to work hard every day just to survive. That's the reason why I must tell you, your income growth is not as fast as what? The property price. So at the end of the day, this chart must tell you one thing. When you are age 60, your property that at the end of the day must be at least $5 million. You will tell me, Kelvin, so easy. Yes, it's not easy. But if we don't plan, definitely it will never be easy. Because why? We never take action. I started with my HDB property at $220,000. No one will know whether what I have today. But I work hard towards it. I plan for it. I've done it myself. And that's the reason why I really want everybody to understand one thing. Don't care whether yes or no. You must push ourselves a limit. Because why? You may not have the so-called best thing in life in the early stage. Because why? You work hard. But you also one very important thing is what? When you're age 60, you can have a big sum of money, which is $5 million or $3 million. Even it's $3 million, don't talk about $5 million, $3 million, right? You use $3 million, you take $1 million out to buy your property to downgrade, right? Can you still have $2 million to stay for your own pocket? Why? Because why? Everybody will actually fully pay up their property when they're age 60s, right? Because we take a loan from this age to age 65, right? By the time, by right, you should be fully paid, right? The property. So, will you want to have a fully paid up property which is $3 million? Yes. So that this $3 million, what can I do? I can sell it away. I can go downgrade to a $600,000, $800,000 property. I still got $2 million with me. Can you and your so-called spouse live happily? And that's the reason why it's important to build this bird nest, right? My wife called this bird nest. Because why? We want to live happily and retire happily when we are at these numbers. That's why we are working on it. So why am I telling everybody here? Is because why? I need you to think. I need you to plan. I need you to move towards this kind of level. I'm not here to sell you anything. I only want you to know one thing. You must aim to be there. Because why? I've seen a lot of people who has been working day and night, working and so hard. And it's really sad that at the end of the day, they just work hard but forgot to plan. Nobody even think about retirement. But I want to tell you, we still have children. We need to be well taken care. Your children next time want to take care of you, I also don't know. So we better take care of ourselves first. Yes, we must provide them the best, but we also must take care of ourselves, right? So that's the reason why I say very important here is what? Start to plan carefully, right? so that you know what it's all about, right? So let me just continue. Just a bit of introduction about myself. Some of you may not know who am I as well. I'm in the business for 18 years. I'm also running the company with my bosses as well. So of course, I'm also investors myself. I actually wrote a book as well. I do a lot of training, and my strength is all about research. My strength is all about properties, because I have a full passion about properties, because that's what me and my wife like most when we started the real estate career, right? So this is how we actually have grown from something that is, honestly, I don't start off with I'm not born rich, you know. I really work very hard. My first HDB flat is 220,000 resale house. My HDB resale, I don't even have the cash above valuation to buy. I borrow from my in-law to buy some more. I'm not ashamed to tell everybody. Why? Very simple. I just want to tell you, everything can be planned, even though initial is tough. But if we can work hard, we can plan it well, we can actually achieve a lot of things in our life. Because I myself have done all these things. I'm very sure that many people like yourself can also achieve this. Some of my properties that I've owned currently, and of course my last property that I have bought for myself here is this detached house which I'm staying now, right? This is, no one will know. I honestly, I really wouldn't know that I can afford to pay this $11 million property. But what I'm not trying to boast about what I have. Please don't think that. I'm just only trying to tell everybody one thing here is that I also started with only a HDB property. Just an ordinary man and my wife, we started with this HDB property, and slowly, because of the formula that I have in place, eventually it leads me to what I have today in the market. And why I'm so passionate to share with you here is because I want you to achieve the same dream as myself, whether whatever amount, but definitely not the 300,000, not the $500,000. You know very well that inflation will kill us. So that's the reason why you need to plan, right? I'm very confident my agents can actually advise you, because why? They are all trained by me. They are all equally trained in the sense, so they definitely can assist you in all this planning, right? So of course, this is also featured myself. I used to run an investment company as well, so I actually did training. So actually the writer actually comes to me and tell me, this is in 2012. I wrote, I was a trainer there. I really comes up with a lot of investment planning. I teach people how to invest, because at that point of time, there's a lot of things I can do. So I share with people how it's supposed to be done. So that's why this particular person here, who is the writer, also attended my training as well. That is how they learn from me. So that's why they actually write something about in the paper to share about it. This is what my company last time used to do, right? Before I close it, because I just want to focus on real estate in PropNex, that's all, right? So why I share with you here is because all these things I'm talking about here really have some techniques and a system and a network to do so. So that is really what I feel that it can be done to assist you to be better off, right? So of course, if I'm sharing with you just now, right, you can see that even this lady here, he bought a Farrer unit, 2-room, 1065. They bought 630,000, sold for 1.5 million, right? After that, they move into a Robinson Key, they sell again, they bought this. You see, this is what I'm trying to tell you. The formula is the same. You see, they started from how much? 630,000 in 2004. So everybody starts somewhere. I actually bought the same. I bought a property as well. I bought 550,000 in 2004. This is my start off time as well. Exactly. I started my first investment property is in 2004. Right? That is where I bought my first one. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. We all start small. We all start somewhere. Most important is that first little step. But you see, today they are better off in a sense. This is what I read in the paper, right? Which is very true. So that's why I want to take this opportunity, right, to share a little bit even more, right? If today you want to buy a property, so what are the things that you should be looking out for? How do I know whether which property is worth to buy? How can we see the numbers? Because for me, I can tell you, I got nothing to show you about the development one. I only show you numbers. If you realize I've been talking and talking, but everything is all numbers. Because why? I'm a very factual person. Because why? Numbers will not lie. Because that is true numbers, right? If I'm here to talk about how the property, how the picture here and there, just like going to the show flat, right? To me, show flat is so beautiful. But is it because it's beautiful I buy? No. I'll only buy because of the price. So that's the reason why today I want to share with you something called how do we determine whether a property has a potential, how to calculate the risk, how to know whether is it safe, how to know the exit strategy. And after this particular segment, right, I'm going to talk about the last part called exit and how to time the exit. And that's the crucial part that you must learn. So this development is called Penrose. I just want to take example, a case study for you to see, like for example, this development called Penrose. You're supposed to have a pictures here, right? But don't know what happened, it doesn't come out. But doesn't matter. But not important at all. Just an illustration for you to understand, right? So where is Penrose? Penrose, just for your information, is just located at the Aljunied area, which is very near to the MRT station as well. So that is where the MRT station is here. So that's the location that we are talking about here. Is very convenient in terms of the so-called location. But what is important is not just only that. Let's see further. I want to share today here is the 5 investment rule, right? This is the 5 investment rule that how I always look at the property. Of course, sometimes depends on the development. I have many things in my checklist in my brain, but certain of this checklist is rather important. I will put it here. So what are these checklists all about? Supply demand. How do we look at supply demand? We all know one thing. When there is a lot of supply, but when there is a lot of supply and there's no demand, what will happen? Price will fall. Right? But when there's a demand, when there's no supply, the price will go up. So all this thing is very important, right? So we know transformation, does it help, right? We look at it. How to be the first mover, how to look at potential and risk, what the exit strategy. These 5 things is what I'm going to cover today. Now let's look at these charts. This is District 19, right? For those people who just want to understand where is District 19, it's like Punggol, Serangoon, Hougang, all these areas is called District 19. If you look at the number of new sales, it's about 26,000. That means the total number of new launches in terms of the units available is about 26,000. And the average price growth in terms of District 19 is about 118% all these years, right? Throughout all the different cycles, since 2010 until today, right? About 10 years, the growth rate is 100% based on the growth rate. For District 3, which is Sterling, Commonwealth, Tiong Bahru, right? Total now lesser, 6,000 over unit. That means that the supply there is only 6,000. District 19 supply have 20 over 1,000. The average growth for District 3 is 185%. That is how the number works. Of course, the price quantum also different. You know, when you're nearer to town, your cost is more expensive, right? So obviously, this is how it works. You pay more, you earn more. That's what I'm trying to say here, right? Look at District 14, which is at where? Aljunied, Geylang area. A lot of people say Geylang area or Aljunied area may not be the best place here and there. But you look at the number of units for new sales, it's only 4,000. The supply is not a lot. But the average growth rate that you will supply, 200 over %, right? Compared to other districts, it's not too bad in terms of growth rate. Of course, I never do everything. If not, there were a lot of things to show. But at least it shows one thing for you to understand. This area, a lot of people think that may not be the best in terms of growth. But it may not be the truth. Because why? The numbers tells you the answer. There is still growth. That's why we need to go deep to understand. Just now when we talk about general. So now we have to go into deep to look at the numbers to make sure that what we see is something that is worthwhile in terms of purchase. So if you look at these 2 developments, Central Grove and Simsville, these 2 projects, right, it's a very old development in District 14, which is very near to Sims, which is actually very near to where this particular development called Penrose as well. But if you look at the overall property prices, it is still actually doing well, After so many years, it is still a very strong upside as well. Even though it is already old, for those people who are very familiar, you know that these 2 developments is already very old in terms of age. But the growth is still there. Why? Because the supply, just as I show you, is very little, especially comes to new launches. And that means the existing resale is the only those few. For those people who wants to stay in this Aljunied and Geylang area, the supply is just like that. That's the reason why there is such a huge demand over there. That's why the prices, despite it's old, it is still moving upwards. That is how it works, right? So you look at Sims Urban Oasis. This is one of the latest new launch, which is already TOP just beside Penrose. The prices when launched until now still actually what? Grow, which is from 1,003 average to about 1,006 average as well. And this is not just average, no way. I'm not talking about certain high and low here and there, but also have grown about $300 average per square foot, which means 1,000 square feet, 1,000 square feet will be 300,000 profit margin, right? So this is how it works here. So of course, the next thing that we are looking at here is every area that we want to buy. We always want to look at whether is there any big transformation. Because why? Transformation somehow or rather transform the price to higher. And that's what I see the markets, right? Let's see. Of course, we all know that there are three mega transformation around, which is the Kallang Riverside area, which is on the process of doing it now. Paya Lebar Square area, Geylang also start to rezone, right? Let's see. This is what I'm talking about here. The whole of this Kallang area will be transformed to be a very nice place, and Sims will be actually very close to here. So it provides a lot of what? Opportunities for people to come into this position here, this place, right? And of course, our Paya Lebar, which you know Paya Lebar is like a so-called area where a lot of businesses are also created over at this area as well. That's why you see one of the development, Paya Lebar Square, was actually done very well. In that area, even like Paya Lebar Square, which is the residential, has even surged until $2,000 and above per square foot for Paya Lebar as well. Has already been done deal in the past when the market was really good. So that's why you see when good time, people will still pay, because why? People are looking at all this transformation. But of course today, if I ask you to buy Penrose at $2,000 per square foot, you better think twice. Better don't do anything, no? Because why? It will be at a very high risk, right? I believe you also won't, right? So all these things create what? Job opportunity. Because why? When there is a transformation, there is always a job opportunity over there where businesses will be set up. So that means you will actually get to what? Rent out your property easier from there as well. Of course, we all know that the whole Geylang will also be changed. Of course, not so fast, but that is in their plan. They will also change to what? Commercial and institution. So we create what? Opportunity again, what? For sales, for people to stay there. And that is the reason why just now I mentioned to you, why am I telling you about the supply over there? The supply I'm trying to tell you here is what? When there's so many transformation, there's so many things upcoming, when the supply is weak, what will happen? When the transformation come into position that time, means what? Means there are people who want to stay there. But because there is no supply, but there is a demand, prices will go. That is what happened to Simsville just now, Central Grove. Despite the age of the property already so old, and the prices are still holding strong and are still going up. Why? Because of the supply and demand. And that's how it works, right? And if you look at it, Penrose, this is the Penrose land. This is the current Sims Urban Oasis land. There is still a very future residential site that has not been doing anything yet. This is actually the HDB area. They actually en-block the whole place now. That become a residential plot as well. So can you imagine that? Why must you be the first mover to be there? Because why? You also want to take advantage that in the future, the land will be more expensive. Then you will actually help to what? Lift up your price. We all know, right? Last time our EC is only, you can buy $200-$300, $400-$500 per square foot. Today, an executive condo is already transacted at how much? $1,100 per square foot. Already done deal. So that is what I'm trying to tell you here is that, right? As years goes by, the cost of the land become more expensive. When you buy something that is low, you get benefit from what? The future transformation, the future land, future development that will help to lift up your what? Prices. And most important, there is no many supply compared to other districts. That's something that you must take note of, right? Just look at Jurong, a transformation that has been talking about the second CBD. The price in 2006 versus today has gone up 190% in terms of price. Don't talk about the sale, Marina Bay area. Last time was just bare piece of land. Because of transformation, the price went up by 300%. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about even like a mass market in Jurong can also gone up so much because of transformation, right? What do you think about this location here where there's not many supply? So that is what I'm trying to tell you over here. Now, what do you mean by first mover advantage? How can you be the first one to take advantage? Let's see. Like this development called Clementi Canopy. Their break-even cost is about 1068 per square foot. 1068. So based on 1068, their price margin they must make is about 1,100 per square foot range. And you look at it, 2017 was a launch. That was the time the market was still not good yet. I bought my Martin Modern in July 2017. The market was still not there. But those people who bought February 2017, they bought at how much? 21st floor, they bought at 1256 per square foot. Second floor in 2019, they bought at how much? 1439. You see? The difference is already 250,000. Can you imagine yourself, my friend, if those people who are now staying in 21st floor 01, if you are staying in 21st floor 01 now, you know a second floor owners who bought a unit at 1439. Can I ask every one of you here, how much do you want to sell your property on the 21st floor? You will not want to sell at 1439. Am I right to say that? You must easily close your eyes. You say, how can I sell at 1,004 plus per square foot? I must sell at 1,006 per square foot because a second floor was sold at how much? 1439. So that is why I'm saying that you must be the what? The first mover what? To buy first. That is where you get your best benefit out of it. That's why you look at Clementi Canopy. When did they launch? Again, during the drop time, 2017. So, now the market is what? It's also the downturn, right? But I must tell everybody one thing. You don't think that you want to expect this kind of fall. You don't think that you expect this kind of fall. It will not happen. Because you will start thinking, maybe the fall is just beginning. I maybe wait until next year. Maybe the fall become bigger. Can. But let me tell all of you here. This market is different from this and alright. This market now is totally different from these two markets. Why? Let me explain to you. I mentioned just now, the killer is this one, TDSR. This killer wiped off all the speculators in the market. These two areas are all the speculators. That's the reason why the prices can fall. Because why? Very simple. Uncle, auntie show 200,000 can borrow money already. So people ask me, Kelvin, how do I buy so many properties? You don't need to pay A, B, C. I say yes. Because I bought for my parents' name. My parents own the property. I do own my own properties. But I bought with their names. Why? Because that time very easy to take loan. That's why I'm not selling also. Because why? I sell already, I cannot help them to buy anymore also. Because they cannot borrow any loan. That's why I'm saying there is no more speculators. That's why today's market is totally different. And the government support as well. And the lower interest rate environment. That's why if you expect that the market going to be dropped like this way, I can tell you, it won't. I'm very open and transparent to show you why. I know some people will think in this way. But I want to tell you, it will not. Because there is no speculators. Because I have been in the business for the last 10 over years, 18 years. I have seen a lot of such things. So that's why I can tell you very clearly what happened. That's why today you look at the resale market. Later I'll show you some more thing. You will start to see how come the prices doesn't drop one. That's what you see. Look at this seaside residences. They bought the piece of land at break-even price about 1.4 and they need to sell at this price, right? So in 2017 again, market downturn, right? They sold at what price? 1,004 plus per square foot. 1,004. Look at today, 2019, they sold at this price. 2018 when market was very good, they sold even at 2002. Hey, my friend, at seaside residences at the almost the District 16 end, they still can sell $2,000 per square foot, you know. Right? Why? Because the market. When the market was good, people would pay. Developer will raise price. That's how they make money. That's why you must be the first mover to go in. That's why you see, seaside residences launched when? Again, during the drop time. 2017, right? 2017. Sorry, I never changed this number. 2017. That's the reason why those who bought earlier, do they make money? They make, right? That's why you can see, right? Did I show you? Yeah. Do they make? They make. Look at Sims Urban Oasis. Same thing. Their land cost, their break even, sorry. Their straight selling price is what? 1213. Today, they sold at 17, 16. So this is how the property developer make money. Because why? Sims Urban Oasis, the initial start off again is when? The down market. So in today's market, it's also the same thing. It's the timing. Now the market is in not the best shape. Today market very clearly one is the buyer's market, never the seller's market, right? So do you think that they have this opportunity for you? Right? So why people choose to buy new launch? Very simple. Because the developer eventually they sell off to you initially at a lower price, which is now, right? Today developer dare to increase price? No. They need to sell. So eventually the early stage they sell this price. Eventually when the market goes up, they slowly stage. The more they sell, the more they went up their prices. That is exactly how the market works, right? So the resale very dependent on valuation. But the best thing is about new launches is what, you know? I bought at 1,004 per square foot. The guy who bought second floor just now, I show you, right? Clementi Canopy at 1,004, right? Second floor, 1,004. I bought 21st floor, 1,002. The bank can still match the valuation even though it's second floor at 1,004 plus per square foot. Just now you see, Seaside Residences was launched at 1,004 plus per square foot. The unit sold at 2,002 per square foot. Am I right? This 2002, the bank can still match the valuation. That is, can you imagine if you bought something at 1,004 plus per square foot, you already very sure that someone already paid $2,000 per square foot. There is a gap of $600 PSF. Do you need to sell above 2,000 to make the money? You don't need, You just need to sell 1,008. Do you make money? You make. Because why? The valuation can match or not? The valuation sure can match, because the last time already $2,000 per square foot. You sell at 1,008, you're actually selling below what the valuation is, So can you make money? That is how, just now I show you how people make money in the new launches. It really depends on you. What do you really want? So eventually, developers still make money or not? Still, because why? In front I sell low, behind I sell high, eventually I take average, I still make money. That is exactly how developers make money. If you expect the developer to drop their price, they can't. Why? Let me explain to you. Why so many developers today, you expect the market to drop 30%, right? It will not happen. Why? The reason why it will not happen is because of the requirement from the developer. All the developer borrow money from who? From the bank. So they borrow the money from the bank, they already tell the bank certain thing called average selling price. Average selling price. If you look at the paper, they always talk about what? They always talk about average selling price. So this average is where they make their money in between. If the bank, they promise the bank average selling price, they cannot sell way below the market price. Why? When they sell way below the market price, the bank will not grant them the loan. As a result, what happened? They will not have the money to develop the place. So that is the reason why you see all the developers, they cannot drop the price so much because of this what? This reason here, right? So that's why you must be the what? First mover advantage. So now, of course, is there a potential? Let's see. If you look at this development Penrose, right, it's actually in the which zone? RCR zone. RCR zone, right, what I understand from the developer's side, right, they are saying that their launching price is from 1,004 plus per square foot, which is almost at this kind of price range, which is this year kind of price range, not even at this price range, is at this price range. Why? You just now see one thing at seaside residences. In 2017, they launched at 1,004 plus per square foot. Today is 2020. They are selling at 1,004 plus per square foot, right? They are selling what kind of price? They are selling the way behind price. Why? They are selling way behind because of the COVID. That's why I'm saying timing is very what? Important for you to understand this. Right? That's why you look at this. This is what this year is until January to August. What do you see from here? The average for RCR, which is this zone, Singapore is divided into 3 zones. OCR is the outer layer of Singapore, which is like Yishun, Sembawang, right? Pasir Ris, Jurong West. These are outer layer. Central RCR refer to very close to Orchard area, but it's not so close, like Bishan, Toa Payoh, Bidadari, Potong Pasir, Aljunied. All these things is under what? RCR. Then of course the core central region will be what? The Orchard area, CBD area. So these are the core central. But if you look very carefully, all the 3 sectors, what does it show you? They show you one thing: the price is upwards, not downwards. So why people choose to take action today? Why the new launches are doing well? Because very simple. They know that the numbers doesn't come down. Why people buy property? Because I every month wait for it to drop 30%, also never drop. So as a result, if I don't do anything, what will happen? I will end up be the second floor owner who bought more expensive than the 21st floor owner lah. That's what happened lah. That is what people always say. If I know, I would have done it. If I know, I should have bought earlier. Nobody knows. That's why it's important what? You need to do a lot more what? Research. That's why I can only show you all the numbers, because at the end of the day, you have to make decision. And now I'm saying that this development, right? They are selling what price? 1,004 plus per square foot, 1,005 plus per square foot. Is it still very reasonable to compare to what average? The whole Singapore RCR, the circle, average already done close to 1,009 per square foot, even 1,006 per square foot. Is it still very logical or not? You are first and foremost, you are buying below what the average is selling. At least one thing for sure, your risk is lower. It's definitely lower. I cannot tell you will make how much money. I also cannot tell you sure make money. I can't. But I only can tell you one thing. I like to buy things when I'm not the first one who paid the price. I always want to buy something that is what people are already willing to pay. If these people who paid 1,009 per square foot on average, if they eventually want to sell at 2,002, 2,003, if I buy at 1,005 per square foot, will I be able to sell and exit easily? You ask yourself this question. They bought this price, 1,009, they sell at 2,1. I bought 1,005, I sell at 1,008. I actually make the same amount of money. So you need to understand, am I on the risky side? That's what you need to see. And even look at, because this development Penrose, right, is in this district 14. And 99 years leasehold property in the resale market, right, is already done at this kind of price, 1,700. Park Place, Trade Residences, Waterbank, Sims Urban, Dakota, 1,004, 1,005, already done this kind of prices in the same district. Now they are going at about 1,005 per square foot. Is this still a very fair development price for brand new development? That's for you to see. If you look at the resale 99 years in different zone, different area, resale, the Crest, Tiong Bahru area, Atra, Commonwealth Highland, Tiong Bahru, Commonwealth, Jurong, you see Jurong Gateway, Jurong side, 1,007. So, resale property 99 years, already done between 1,007 to 2,000. Now this brand new development at 1,005, 1,004, 1,006 per square foot, is it still a very fair value in a sense? That's for you to see. Now, new launches in this district 14, just alone new launches in this district 14, right? Already people paid 1,600 to 1,700. Why am I trying to tell you here is what? At least you know one thing that, right, this market, people already paid such prices. That means you know that it is a safe bet to buy something at 1,005 per square foot. That's what I can say. At least you know that people in this area already accepted at 1,007. That means if I'm buying anything lower, am I safe? That's what for you to see, right? Now, what are the new launches in RCR again? Park Colonial, Mayfair, Seaside, Woodley, Kentridge, Jadescape, View, Academy, Daintree. All the different, these are all in the RCR. I only can show you one thing. Already done 1.6 all the way to 2009. 1.7, 1.8. This already done deal. So that means one thing for sure is what? Already people accepted it. That's why I'm saying, if you want to buy something, whether you buy Penrose or not, whether you want to buy other development or not next time, doesn't matter. At least you must understand one thing. When I want to buy property, I must have this kind of research. You know why am I trying to go through so much with you guys, my friend? It's not about asking you to buy Penrose or no. I want you to understand that before you buy anything, you must check all this detail so that you can understand all these things in a very clear perspective, right? So, new launches even in outside core central region, OCR, is already what price? 1.4 to 1.7. That means they are not in the core, not in the RCR, right? Outer layer. Outer layer for a new launches in OCR, right? Already can accept 1,004 to 1,007. Now this is a RCR at 1,004 plus per square foot and above. Is it a fair value? That's what I can say. Now I go into quantum affordability. Now just like I talked about PSF, right? This development happen to have two things. PSF is lower, quantum is affordable. That's the good news. Today, 1 bedroom, based on this kind of square feet size and RCR, this development is starting at 788,000. We all know that it has been done and accepted to buy a 1 bedroom in all the different RCR zone, already willing to pay 800 to 900,000. That means I'm selling you at 788,000 or even at 800,000. Is it still a fair value? That's all, right? 2 bedroom, 600 to 800 square feet, right? Same thing. RCR, 600 to 800, 2 bedroom. The start-off price is 943 for Penrose. At least you know one thing for sure, that all these different development here, all these other development here, already have done 1.1 million range. Some even 1.2 million, 1.3 million. So you know that, at least you are very clear is what? No, you know that this other area, people can pay this amount. So if I'm buying at such price range, right, I know that next time I want to exit, is it also people can afford to buy from me? Just like I mentioned, affordability. I must buy something next time I can sell off easily. That's what I'm trying to tell you here. 3 bedroom, 1.3 million, 900 to this range, already have done 1.6 to $2 million. They are going at 1.3 over million for a start. I really feel that this development, their pricing is very interesting for you to start taking a look in a sense. Timing is crucial. OCR 2 bedroom, outside core central, already done $1 million. Already done in different area, right? In different area. That means you are buying something 900,000, this area already done 1.1. So is it a very easy entry price now for people to buy? Resale property already 1.0 something million, just for your info, right? 3 bedroom, OCR, already done 1.5 million to 1.6 million. Now it's going at 1.3 million for RCR. Is this safe bet? That's for you to see. So that's why I want to tell you how to look at safe exit. At least one thing I want to tell everybody is what? At least we are saying that this number of people are looking at 500 to 800 square feet for buyers is one of the very affordable price range for people to look at. So people are willing to stay. That's more important. At least you must know what, hey, this size sizes 600 square feet, 700 square feet, right? Will people buy or not? Actually, it's one of the most common people buy because it's what? Affordable. Of course, the next thing is what? The 1 million to $2 million for RCR, right? Is almost average 70%. People can afford to pay 1 million to 2 million. The good news here is what? Where you are buying something that now at this kind of 1.3 million, 1.2 million, 1.1 million, 900,000 for 2 bedroom, right? It's very easy to be absorbed by the future buyers out there, because now already average 70% already can pay these kind of prices. That means you are in a very what? Safe bet. Your exit becomes so much easy because you know that you are able to sell to anybody. Because why? This shows that the most people can afford to buy now. These are all transacted value. Transacted value. That means people can afford to buy. So that is how it works, right? So at least you know one thing for sure. Why am I showing this chart? You buy at that kind of price that I show you just now, only tells you one thing. Your exit become much more easy for anybody else, right? That's why, is it the right price to enter? Let's look at it, right? In District 14, right, the resale market already done at 1,006 per square foot. Other location of RCR already done 1,007 plus per square foot. New launch in District 14 also done 1,007. RCR, new launches in other location already 16 to 19. OCR, which is outer layer, also already done this price. For this Penrose, they are going what price? From 1,004 plus per square foot. You know that this is a price range. Why? Let me tell you, it's because their land costs they bought lower. That's why they can afford to sell you at this price. That's why, my friend, they are selling you a price is 2017 that year prices. So am I telling you something already? It's the timing that we are talking about here. Let's look at absolute quantum. The 2-bedroom RCR already done 1.1 to 1.3. Now they are selling at 943. 3-bedroom 1.6 to 2 million. These are selling at 1.3 million. OCR average also 1.1 million. They are selling 943 just now. 3-bedroom 1.5, 1.6. In summary, already done this kind of prices. So at least you know one thing. You are buying something that is what? Very easy for you to exit. That's what I'm trying to tell you here. The last part I want to share with you here, which is a critical call, the exit. How to time the exit. That's why I'm saying timing, right? It's very important, right? For you to know. So this is what I'm trying to show you here is expected completion of housing. That means property that's going to TOP at this point of time. That means in the year of 2016, right? There's 25,000 units going to be TOP, collect key, right? In 2017, the government tweaked the cooling measure from 4 years SSD to 3 years SSD. Why? Because there's no supply. A development takes about 3 to 4 years to build. If the government do not actually release the cooling measure, right, these numbers will be flat. Remember, when there is no supply, when there's a demand, what will happen? Price will go up. That's why when the government relaxed the cooling measure, what happened? What happened? The supply comes out again. So when I combine these two for you to see is what? When I combine these two, you will start to realize. When the government relaxed the cooling measure, allow the supplies to come out, right? Because in the year 2018, they put a stop to it. That's why they put a stop? Because they have enough supply, right? So if you are a buyer today, when will the government tweak the cooling measure? Is it going to be here? Is it going to be here? Remember, the developer take 3 to 4 years to build a house. If they were to do anything here to release the cooling measure, government is very simple one. They a certain point of time they have to open the door. Certain point of time they will close the door. Why? They open the door, they will allow the supply to go up. When they close the door, because they realize that the supply is enough. That's how the government works. If you know how to play the game, you will know how to make the money. Very easy. So now, if you can actually buy something here, my gut feel here is what? Remember when we buy, we got SSD, 1 year SSD, 2 years SSD, 3 years SSD. If the government really tweak the cooling measure over here, 2022, the property prices will go up another 1 year. It's like that. The last cycle is also like that. When the government release a cooling measure, the price shoot up until 1 year, 3 months, they stop the supply. They stop the thing. So this is how I feel. Next year, will it happen or not? I'm not so sure, but I don't think so. If they open here, just nice, I can exit here, 3 years. And if people want to exit, you can exit. I mean, this is based on my own judgment. No right, no wrong answer. Even this one that I also make a judgment call in 2017, the government will tweak. Because very simple one, there is no supply. It's flat. If you are the government, you also know very well that when there is no supply, there is a demand, price will go up. They cannot allow the price to shoot up. So the only way they do here is to tweak their measure to let the supplies go up. And then when there is enough, they close the supply. So that's what I'm trying to tell you here. Now there is a very good timing. There is an opportunity for you to see. You know when to buy. You also must know when to what? Exit. So I look at it today here, there is a very, very good timing. I mean, I leave the final decision to you because you need to do all the research that you need to. But I can only show you what I can see here based on my research. At least you make the final call yourself. So that's why I'm saying that whatever I'm sharing with you is really, really all the research that I've done. It's all about facts and figures. Of course, you make the final call in terms of what you want to do subsequently. But I'm very sure that my agents can assist you in terms of working out the RAM analysis so that you know what is best for you. Just like this couple, they bought a Mayer house, one in 2006. It's also the market was no good for 580,000. They make a huge profit out of it, I believe. Then they switch to Binjai, they move to Clementi, buy Clementi, they bought Bali. You realize one thing now, this is exactly what I'm trying to tell you here. They grow their property money throughout the years. That's why I say, please do not work hard for money. Your income growth will never be faster than the property price growth. That is what I'm trying to tell everybody here. I hope you can understand what I'm trying. You know very well what is all happening. So that is the reason why you really, really must understand. All right, thank you so much for those people who actually have stayed tuned with me. I just want you to stay back. If let's say for those people who really want to find out a little bit more about Penrose, all right, we are going to show you a so-called walkthrough of the whole development in a virtual way so that you can understand what this development is about. It's just about 15 minutes only and you can see everything. Now I hand over to wait, Jack. Yep. Jack, are you ready?
Yes. Hi, boss Kelvin. Yes,
okay,
I'm
good.
ready.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Now I hand
okay.
over back to you first before I comes in again.
Sure. Thank you very much. Okay. Good evening, everyone. So thank you for tuning in. So I'm just going to take up about between 15 minutes or so. So I'm just quickly going to share my screen so that every one of you can see. Okay, I'll just do a very quick introduction of the location itself because Mr. Kelvin Fong just now mentioned about the location. Yes, it is in District 14. This is how it looks like. My background might be a bit noisy now because even at this moment at 9:30, there are still buyers viewing the show flat at the moment. That's why we are unable to do a live now at this instance. So this is the development itself, how it looks like. And this is the location of Penrose. Okay, where my mouse is, this is Penrose, and it is along Sims Drive. So there's a common misunderstanding or misconception that Sims Drive is Sims Avenue. Okay, but Sims Drive is different. Sims Drive is an estate on its own by itself. Okay, it's a matured estate located at the top left-hand corner. Okay, so Sims Avenue is the one that is nearer to where Geylang Road is. Okay, so this is how Sims Drive estate looks like. So we have Penrose, okay, and it is a low density matured estate. Why I say low density? Because there are only a total of 22 HDB blocks in the area, and currently there's only just one condo, and it has the full amenities of a matured estate, even with the market, the hawker center over here, because this cluster over here is where all the shop houses are. Okay, so it is a very nice, peaceful, matured estate, and yet it is walking distance to Aljunied MRT. Okay, so the walking distance takes about 7 to 8 minutes. I walked myself, it took me about 6 minutes. So on the average, I would say 7 to 8 minutes walk to Aljunied MRT. All right, so I'm just gonna share just a quick one. The developers, so Penrose is jointly developed by Hong Leong Holdings as well as City Developments. Okay, so just some general information about Penrose. Total number of units over here, as you can see, is 566 units. Total blocks, there are actually 5 blocks with 18 story. basement car park, and multi-story car park. All right, and so this is just a summary to let all of you see that within Penrose itself, there is a good variety of 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, and 4-bedroom units to choose from. Okay, so for more detailed information about the different floor plans and the different unit distribution, please approach any of the PropNexians, okay, who invited you. They will be more than willing to share with you about this development. All right, so I just want to quickly, let's visit the show flat together, shall we? I'm just gonna pull up the virtual show flat, and yes, here we are. Let me just move my screen once again. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Penrose. So this is the show flat itself. I'll just quickly move over to the development model. Okay, you might feel that it's a bit laggy because this is a video. So I'll just slowly move and I'll pause here a moment while your video loads up on your end of the screen. Okay, so this is Penrose, 566 units, highest floor on the 18th floor. And okay, don't get the wrong idea. The development is not purple in color. It's just because of the lights, the background lighting. That's why it looks like the development is purple in color. It is not. Okay, so this is where my mouse is. This is Sims Drive. Okay, so this is Sims Drive, and opposite the road is just a Sims Drive Market and Hawker Center. Okay, so I'm just gonna slowly move over to the swimming pool area. Okay, I'm just gonna stand on the table, which you're definitely not able to do that in the show flat. I'm gonna zoom out a bit. Okay, while the picture loads on your end. Okay, I'm just gonna give 1-2 seconds. Okay, as you can see, this is the main pool area. Okay, we have up to 43 meters block to block distance. Okay, so there are units that are facing inwards, outwards, and there are lots of choice units for you to choose from. Okay, so I'm just gonna slowly take a step back and move to the back of the development for everyone to see, okay, the other facing. So just let me slowly move over, and okay, while it starts to load up on your screen, I'll just pause here. Just to let everyone see. Okay, so generally speaking, the entire development is almost north-south facing. So very minimum afternoon sun. I would say almost close to no afternoon sun. Mainly north-south facing units. And okay, this is the back facing. The developers have also did up a multi-story car park over here. 4 stories multi-story car park, and you can also choose to park in a basement. So there's a basement and there's a multi-story car park at the same time. As you can see here, there is also a lap pool. So in total, Penrose, this development itself, there are actually 3 swimming pools, I would say. The main swimming pool, the lap pool that's at the back here, okay, and there's also the kids aqua play area. All right, so I'm just gonna slowly move back and move over to the landscape model for everyone to take a look. Okay, I'm just gonna stand on top here and I'm gonna zoom out so that every one of you can see. Okay, so this is the landscape model, and as you can see from this model itself, there is lots of greenery. Okay, so the developer as well as the architect have planned in such a way that there's lots of greenery within the development itself, you know, to break away that kind of harsh feeling, okay, to break away that concrete feeling. So on the whole, this is how the development looks like in terms of landscape. Okay, so let's slowly walk over to the show flats, shall we? Okay, I'm just gonna slowly turn over so that every one of us can slowly see. If not, you might feel a bit giddy. Okay, so now we are gonna approach so in a show flat, there's a total of 3 show unit types. Okay, so we are gonna take a look at a 2-bedroom show unit now, right? So I'm gonna pull up my screen to let all of you see the 2-bedroom. So currently on my screen, this is the 2-bedroom, 1 bath. So this is a 2-bed, 1 bath unit type. Okay, it is 646 in size. So while it's loading, okay, so this is 646 square foot in size and 60 square meters. I'll quickly pull up the floor plan for everyone to see. Okay, so this is how it looks like. All right, I'm just gonna pull. Okay, so once we come in, what I personally like about this layout is that, you know, for a nice 2-bed, 1 bath layout, there is a semi-enclosed. This is actually an open kitchen, but as you can see, it is almost like an enclosed kitchen. Okay, and yes, the bedroom, master bedroom on the right, you have 2 entrances to the master bath. You can enter from the common area and even enter from the master bedroom itself. So this is like a dumbbell model. 1 bedroom on each side, balcony in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to slowly zoom out and let's go take a look at the actual show flat, the virtual show flat itself. Okay, so on the left, I'm just slowly going to turn so that you're not going to get a headache. Okay, so while it loads up on your screen, okay, this is the enclosed area, the semi-enclosed kitchen, which I mentioned to you. So kitchen appliances provided for. I actually like this area over here where you have this glass panel that when you are doing your dishes, you can actually look out into the living area itself. So I'm gonna slowly walk over to the living area. Okay, I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna stand over here so that we all can just hold on a while as I slowly adjust the view because it might lag a bit as we are doing this over Zoom. Okay, so as you can see, there's actually a pretty nice living and dining area separation. Okay, for some developments, sometimes you'll find that the living and dining is just side by side. But for this 2-bedroom, there's 646 square foot in size. The dining is very well separated from the living area on the left. So left living area, right dining area. All right, so I'm gonna slowly take a step forward. Okay, so we are gonna go into to let you take a look at the master bedroom itself. Okay, so master bedroom, definitely you can fit in a queen size bed. All right, I'm just going to adjust slowly for everyone to see. Okay, so this is the master bedroom area. Okay, this is the master bedroom. You can put a queen size. I'm just going to turn around. Okay, so it might lag a bit. Please be patient with me. And I'm just going to take a step forward here to let everyone see the master bedroom toilet. Okay, so this is the toilet. Okay, that this is the color theme for the 646 square foot 2-bed 1-bath. I'm gonna go over to the common bedroom to let you guys take a look at the common bedroom. So this is the common bedroom that can easily fit in a queen size bed. Okay, but currently the ID is such that they put a super single, but you can definitely fit in a queen size bed. So I'm just gonna step out back into the living room area so that all of you guys can take a look once again at the living space. I personally really like this living space. Okay, balcony size, okay, very reasonable. I'm gonna step into the balcony area and then I'm gonna slowly turn around, okay, for all of you to see the space, okay, the depth and the space of this 2-bed 1-bath 646 square foot unit at Penrose. So at Penrose, we have the 2-bed 1-bath. We also have the 2-bed 2-bath, okay, 2-bed 2-bath layouts available. So the 2-bed 2-bath layouts are 700 square foot and above. There is also a 2+ study. So please approach any of the PropNex who invited you, okay, for this seminar. So let's slowly move out. I'm gonna go out to the 3-bedroom. Let's take a look at the 3-bedroom. Okay, so this is the 3-bedroom premium that we are gonna take a look now. Okay, so please be patient with me as it loads up because this is a 3D. All right, so this is the 3-bedroom premium, and I'm gonna pull out the floor plan for everyone to take a look. I'm just gonna zoom in a bit, okay, yes. Okay, as it loads up, okay, this is the 3-bedroom premium. The size is 1055 square foot, and okay, 1055 square foot comes with a very good space, home shelter, and storeroom. So this 3-bedroom premium is very suitable for the young family with 1 kid or 2 kids, and a helper, because you see, for us parents who've got children, this space here, the storeroom, is very useful, isn't it? Okay, and there's this small store area here can double up as the helper's room because there's a WC very smartly tucked in at the corner of the kitchen. Okay, so the 3-bedroom layout is pretty, I would say, traditional, where you have all the rooms on one side. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back into the show flat itself. So for all of us to take a look. Okay, so I'm gonna slowly turn to the right. I'm zooming out a bit. So this is the bomb shelter or the home shelter that I mentioned. Take a step forward as it loads. All right, so in front of us now is the dining living area. So this is the main living area. Okay, it's a very good space, very well separation between the dining and living area too. Balcony size is not too big. I personally feel that it is just nice. Okay, just nice. As you can see, you can fit a nice, comfortable, huge, what we call the lazy chair, as well as a coffee table and another chair there to just relax on a weekend in your balcony. So I'm gonna let everyone take a look. I'm gonna turn into the kitchen itself, all right? I'm gonna turn into the kitchen itself. Yeah, I'm gonna take a step back. All right, so this is the color theme of the kitchen. So you realize that the color theme is similar throughout the entire development. So all the 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, and 4 bedroom color theme is similar. Okay, so the storeroom, which I mentioned earlier on, is over here. They can double up the helper's room. WC is over here where my mouse is. Okay, I'm just gonna slowly turn. Okay, so kitchen appliances are all fully provided for. Okay, so for the bigger unit types, you have the gas stove. Okay, and definitely fridge is provided for. Wash, I'm just slowly gonna turn and zoom out a little bit. Okay, washer, dryer provided for, fridge provided for. Okay, so let's take a look at the rooms outside, shall we? Okay, I'm just gonna move out. Okay, so we are now gonna slowly walk towards the room. Okay, it might get a bit laggy because of the internet connection over here. Okay, so total 3 bedrooms. The common rooms are able to fit in the queen size bed as common room size is 9 square meters. Okay, so this is common room number 1. Okay, then I'm gonna move on to the next room, common room number 2. All right, so the ID has quite cleverly put it in such a way that one of the rooms they put a super single, the other room they put a queen size, so that all of us can see the space. All right, so I'm gonna take a step back out, and we are gonna walk into the master bedroom now. Or let me adjust a bit. Okay, so we are gonna move into the master bedroom. This is the master bedroom, pretty spacious, if you ask me. Okay, full glass height window, and just on the side, cabinets definitely provided for, as well as the aircon. And I'm gonna slowly turn around to let all of you have a look at the color tone for the master bedroom toilet. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Okay, cabinets all provided for. Okay, so this is the 3 bedroom premium that is 1055 square foot. Okay, so yes, within Penrose itself, there's also the smaller 3 bedroom type, which they call the 3 bedroom compact. So the smaller 3 bedroom type actually is about 936 square foot. So the difference is that it does not have a storeroom and a home shelter. Okay, so I'm just gonna slowly move out once again to the living room area so that everyone can have a look before we move on to the 4 bedroom show flat. Okay, so this is the living and dining area for the Penrose 3 bedroom premium type. So let's move on to the 4 bedroom. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 4 bedroom type within Penrose itself. So just let me have 1 or 2 seconds as it loads. So I'm just gonna pull out the floor plan so that every one of us can have a look together, okay? Okay, so this is the 4 bedroom type. Okay, the size for this 4 bedroom at Penrose is 1389 square foot. I'm just gonna zoom in so all of you can have a look at the size and the floor plans. Okay, so you have a very nice home shelter that is nicely tucked into one corner while you enter in from the entrance. Okay, very decent sized kitchen. The store tucked away within the kitchen that can double up as a helper's room, the WC. Okay, and this is how it looks like. I just want to bring your attention to the common bathroom. So see, common bath number 2 has 2 entrances. So bedroom 2 and 3 can actually share this bathroom. Then bedroom 4, okay, can actually double up as a junior master because the bathroom number 3 over here has also 2 entrances. And of course, not forgetting the master bedroom that is over here. Okay, all nicely tucked at the corner of the 4 bedroom floor plan itself. So I'm just going to slowly zoom out. Okay, and let's take a look at the virtual tour together. Okay, to save time, I'm just going to step into the balcony first. Okay, and I'm just going to turn around to let everyone see. I'm just going to step. Okay, as it loads. Okay, just give me a second. I'm going to pull up. Okay, so okay, while it loads on your screen, while it loads up on your screen, you can see that this is the 4 bedroom living and dining area. You can easily put in a 6-seater dining table on the right side. Okay, and on the left side, you can see the very spacious living area. Okay, so just in front of us is the enclosed kitchen. The kitchen is over here. So let's quickly take a quick tour into the kitchen. Okay, so because of time, I'm just gonna just quickly turn around to let all of you take a look at the kitchen. Okay, I'm just gonna pause here while it loads up on your screen. Okay, so this is the kitchen space that you get for this 4-bedroom type. That is, once again, 1389 square foot. So all the way at the end is the storeroom or the maid's room. Then yes, appliances provided for. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly show you guys the bedroom so that we can take a look. Okay, so it might lag a bit on your end. Okay, it might get a bit laggy. So this is one of the common rooms that you can see over here. I'm just gonna adjust the camera. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, all the common rooms are able to fit in a queen size bed. Okay, so I mentioned earlier, so this is the room that has access to this one common toilet. So 2 rooms can actually access this common toilet that is in the middle. Okay, so this, I'm just gonna step through the common toilet into the other common room to let you see. Okay, so these 2 common rooms are linked together by the common toilet. And okay, I'm just gonna let it load while I'm gonna let it load on your screen before it lags. Okay, so this is the other room which I mentioned earlier on, that it can double up, okay, as your junior master. Okay, so it can double as a junior master, okay, because there's an entrance from the bedroom itself, and you can also enter from the common corridor area. Okay, so last but not least, the 4-bedroom master bedroom. So I'm just gonna walk over to let everyone take a look before we leave. Okay, so very handsome size. Okay, definitely you can put in a queen size bed, and definitely, yes, you can fit in a king size bed. Okay, so I think I forgot to mention, okay, within the development itself, the ceiling height for every single unit is 2.8 meters. Okay, so it's 2.8 meters high. All right, so I'm just gonna step in to let everyone have a quick look. All right, so this is the 4-bedroom, 1389, very suitable for a nice family, 1 kid, 2 kids, you have helper. Even the 3-bedroom premium, I would strongly recommend. If you have you're starting a family, you have a helper, it is good space because of the storage. Okay, so I am done. I'm just gonna let you guys take a look at the space of this 4-bedroom. Okay, before we call it a day from the show flat itself. Okay, so this is the 4-bedroom living area. So, okay, then just a quick summary before I hand the time over to Mr. Kelvin. Okay, so now we have seen the show flat. This was a 2-bedroom. This was the 3-bed. This is the 3-bedroom, 1055 square foot. The 4-bedroom, which we just saw. And of course, maintenance fee is important, isn't it? So I did a summary here for every one of us to take a look. Okay, so this is the 1 and 2-bedroom maintenance fee. The ones in the middle is the 3-bedroom. Okay, the 2 and 3, and then this is the 3 and 4. Okay, so thank you very much for your time. I'll just hand the time back to Boss Kelvin. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Jack. You still at the show flat, still have to wear a mask, right? So no choice, huh? So
yes, okay.
All right, Eddie, are you still there?
Yeah, we are still here. Everybody, thank you for staying with us on the Friday night until 10 p.m. Thank you for all your time.
Yes.
You want to address some question, or we leave them to connect with the PropNex consultant?
Leave it to. All right, I think if there's no other questions, I think, do you have any questions?
I think I saw one coming in. Because one person asked TDSR, I'm not sure whether you address it during it, but I think you mentioned. But I don't know how they come to the idea that the foreigners are not subjected to TDSR. How does this compare? It was questioned by Jax.
Maybe sorry, you maybe Eddie, I didn't really catch just
Okay, the question by Jax is that they are asking that you mentioned about TDSR, and then somehow he get the impression that foreigners are not subjected to TDSR. Would you like to help clarify this?
Hello?
Yeah, hi Kelvin, or you couldn't hear the question just now?
Yeah, because I think the happened that my signal just gone off, a bit unstable.
No worry, no worry. So they are asking a question. Just now we mentioned about TDSR. So somehow our participant got the impression that foreigners are not subjected to TDSR. Would you help to clarify this?
Oh no, foreigners definitely are not subjected to TDSR except for certain countries, right? So US, beside US, I cannot remember what other countries. So generally, I think there's 5 countries that are not affected by TDSR, right? Not affected. Is TDSR or ABSD?
Exactly. Actually, we're talking about TDSR, but I think the participant is confused with ABSD. So for TDSR, everybody is subjected. ABSD, there are some countries that is exempted.
Yes. Everybody is subjected to TDSR. Yep. Yep.
I think that's about all. We should be covered everything. So we just urge everyone to just join us in the next big event, which will going to happen very, very soon.
Yep.
For people that may not know what's going to happen, right? We're going to run one of the biggest property show. In fact, it will be the biggest. And PropNex, MediaCorp, and 99.co is coming together with a collaboration, bringing to you the biggest property show. So watch this space. So do visit Penrose show flat itself or connect with a PropNex consultant and then find out more about this property show itself. It's going to be very exciting with a good lineup of speakers. More importantly, it's going to be fun with a lot of lucky draw prizes as well. So we hope to see everyone there. And stay safe. Have a good evening. Thank you for all the panelists for settling all the questions. And thank you, Kelvin, for your time. And thank you to all the participants for all your support.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Eddie.